What's up, everybody? Steve here. I've had many questions pertaining to vacation rental investment properties and kind of how you structure owner quarters or storage units for owner use and everything else. So there's a lot of different creative ways to get into this, and I'm going to show you some of the most common that we utilize. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So the most common that you'll find in a lot of properties, a lot of times a lot of condo communities, are what's called the owner's closet. Now that's just basically an additional closet that they set up and they put a lock on it. We usually put a keyless entry lock on all of our properties just to make sure it's very convenient and easy, especially with friends and family that want to use it as well. This way we're not really dealing with keys. So I'll show you guys some footage as well, some of the closets that we have. And but yeah, that's the most common, especially if you have a smaller condo or whatever the case is. And the owner's closets, they're set up where, you know, you could put, especially if you're flying into town, you know, you can put all the additional stuff that you guys would need and not have to go out and rebuy things or bring it with you on an airplane or even traveling. So a lot of people are going to have additional linens, they're going to have, you know, drinks, they're going to have additional towels and sunscreen or whatever the atmosphere is. If it's a beach, then you're going to have all different beach stuff as well for you and your family. The next thing is blocking off a garage. Maybe you have one garage you can block off or multiple garages. We've seen it in the past on other properties, not that we've had, but other clients of ours, where they've actually built walls in the back of the garage and then had another access door, and that was strictly for them. And that was set for their personal stuff, as well as they had a lot of toys that they didn't necessarily want the guests to use, additional kayaks, paddle boards, and that kind of stuff. The next thing is an entire room. We've seen people actually lock an entire room. So, you know, let's say it's a 3-bed, 2-bathroom condo or house. Then they block off the actual master, that's a 1-1, and then they market the property as a 2-1. Granted, you're going to get less revenue because you're not renting a 3-2 out anymore, you're renting a 2-1. But a lot of people will do this because they don't necessarily want anybody sleeping in their main bedroom. And then obviously they can store a lot of stuff in that bedroom, that bathroom, and then it's just completely locked off with a deadbolt lock or a keyless entry lock. One property that actually my brother purchased up in the Panhandle, Florida. It was a condo, very cool setup. I've never seen anything like it before. It was basically a multi-family condo. So basically, total combined, it was a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom condo, and then the left side was a 2-bed, 2-bath, full kitchen, lanai, independent access. And then the right side, almost like a door in between hotel rooms. That's how it's set up. So that right side had its own independent access from the outside, as well as back patio, private lanai as well. And then he could just easily lock that door, and then that 1-bed, 1-bath could be for their use at any point in time either. So unlike like a single family where you have a bedroom that you locked off, unless you have access from the outside, you're not really going to be able to use that property when tenants are there. Now with his property, that's a different story. He's going to be able to utilize that 1-1 when he has guests in that 2-bed, 2-bath, which is really cool. Again, if you do something like that, then you're going to reduce your revenue. However, it provides you a really cool option and opportunity to utilize that property. And there's a lot more options with that too, because he could always use the 2-2 and rent the 1-1 out as well. So, you know, there's multiple options. And the 1-1 has like a little mini kitchen and everything else. So it had everything that you would need. Next thing is a multi-family unit. Obviously, it's kind of comparable to what we're talking about. This duplex I had out in Fort Myers Beach on the water over there, I had a 1-1 set up like this and a 2-1 set up like this. For a while we would utilize the 1-1 here and rent this out, and then we switched it up because you have that flexibility when you have multiple units. We switched it up and stayed in the 2-1 and then rented just that one out. And then eventually I set it up where I was renting out both sides. So with multifamily units in a vacation rental destination, you have a lot of options for how you guys want to set it up. And also, you can set it up where you're living here and then renting this on a full-time basis, or vacation rental this, and you have an annual tenant here. And then when this thing is open, or you can block out yourself so for friends and family, you can stay in that unit, and then you have the consistency of the annual rental on the other side and vacation rental on the one. And then, if you had a triplex or whatever, I mean, that's just going to add on additional units and additional opportunity to get creative with how you guys want to set things up. Another thing is specifically in Florida too, downstairs non-conforming. Now, I'm not recommending doing this in any sense, but a lot of people who build in Florida, we have to build, especially in South Florida, we have to build what's called above the base flood elevation. So they have to be built essentially on stilts or higher up because of the of flooding that could occur. So what a lot of people do still is they'll actually, after they CO on the property, they'll illegally build out the downstairs, and a lot of times they'll do that for overflow family members, or again, they're setting it up where if it's a stilt home, they're renting this out, and then they build out downstairs, and this is another livable unit, so they'll rent upstairs, and then they'll stay there whenever they want to stay there. And then the last thing I want to talk about, which is a project we're working on right now, and if you haven't checked these videos out, check them out. Let me know what your thoughts are. But it's on shipping containers and using a built-out shipping container as a livable space, as a vacation rental property. Right now, I'm in the process of looking in the Bonita Springs area on some acreage. There's an area with 1.25 acre lots over there, and we can get the appropriate zoning to have a shipping container set up. So here's the deal. Here's the setup in terms of what I'm thinking of doing. So again, with all these properties, I want to have the ability to use them for ourselves as well. So this is the lifestyle that you can create with vacation rental investment properties. So anyway, I figure we're going to do a shipping container. I want to put it on the far one side of the property. Kind of, you got the drive where any guests will go to that side over there. And then to the right side, I want to set this up where I want to put a steel building so I can have for materials and tools and that kind of stuff. And then I want to have a setup for RV hookup, so then we could actually still stay on this property. It's wide enough. I would buffer it where we're not going to be able to be in each other's properties and have our own privacy. But again, it's setting up where I can store an RV, but also if we want to just kind of camp out for the night, we post up in the RV and hang out and enjoy things. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. What are your thoughts on something like this? Do you guys currently own vacation rental properties? And have you done anything like this? Or are you considering buying into a vacation rental investment property and you've been just kind of wondering what the different options are? I hope this helped you out. If it did, I appreciate a big thumbs up. And as always, I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks a lot.